Good afternoon, Patriots. Happy. Oh, let me get to it. This is for today and tomorrow. Okay, so let me start with, it looks like CJ Truth said, as I mentioned in the other video, judge rejects request to shut down Trump rally, and that would be the corrupt attorney Clark Brewster that did that. You're going to see some pictures of the Trump rally, and it's unbelievable how many people there are there. Okay, I've been to a couple, and I just can't take. It's just too much. Unless I get the VIP treatment, I'm not going to stand there. Okay, we have Senator Tim Scott. He's black, and he's going to be in charge of prison reform, the opposite of Kamala Harris, who is really Jamaican and Indian, and she's a DACA. Neither parent was American when she came here. And she is, might be the one that Biden picks to run with him. I don't know. It is, he's got to pick, he's supposed to pick a black vice president, female, because Amy Klobuchar, who he never picked, wanted to say that that's what he needs to do, but she never was in the running. So why is she giving him advice? You know, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's like, why are you giving someone advice if you're not even running? Like you're saying you're leaving, you know, the campaign when you were never picked to be his VP. So what you're saying is, you know, nothing. You need to concentrate on your corruption exposed in the profiles of corruption, profiles in corruption book. Okay. All right. We have a very young judge, Justin Walls. He's 38 in DC, and he's voted in as a federal judge. He's a big Kavanaugh supporter. So congratulations to him. Trump's getting some people in. And of course, we still have Justice Roberts in the Supreme Court. I've exposed as much as I can about him. He's very corrupt, and he, you know, I did a whole video on him, and I didn't say that he voted for Obamacare when he said he was going to vote against it. That was the C_A blackmailing him. Yes, as it's mentioned. Okay, we have a major bill to order police to stop Antifa, and I'll explain it now because it seems that Antifa wasn't thinking when they set up an autonomous zone right outside Mayor Ted Wheeler's house, and he's so pro-Antifa, now he's freaking out because they set it up in front of his house. You'll see the article in a second, and the cops were told to take him out because they set up right in front of his house, so he knows what it feels like now. And then we have a Baltimore mayor. She's already in jail for tax evasion and other, you know, crimes. Now she did not disclose that she made hundreds of thousands of sale on her book, and she was a good friend of Elijah Cummings, of course. All the corrupt hang out together. As you know, they're extremely corrupt. Okay, let's go to share screen. And we're going to share it. And we're going to go here. I'm going to try not to get onto Twitter if I don't have to, but I will. And we'll see some pictures to make you happy about the Tulsa rally. Yeah. Okay, we all put Tulsa rally. Can we move the whole thing down? Tulsa. Rally. Then we'll get to Ted Wheeler in 1 second. Oh, there's a deadly shooting in Chas. Thank you, Andy. There you go. They love to put the words black, black, black all around, and they're all white. It's interesting what they do. Okay, let's see some pictures before we get into this. And it's going to be amazing. Look at how big that place is. Just outside the Tulsa Rally Arena. Campaign seems to have dropped CAG messaging. All I can see is MAGA. There's Kimberly Guilfoyle, and there's a lot of people there. Let's see. They're taking the temperature and whatever else, trying to be safe. They didn't take the temperatures of the rioters when they came in, and none of the media made a big thing about it. Look how many people there are there. Look. More people. More people. Look. The whole street is full. I mean, it's packed. It's really packed. Look at these. Trump 2020. I want one of those. Okay. Oh, David. There he is. He's in there with, what's her name? Juanita Broderick. And there's Pascal. Oh, she's in the good VIP section. Okay, look. How many people are there? Oh my gosh, how did that street fill in all those people? They're letting them in. Okay. I think this is the crazy protester that wouldn't leave, that was wearing I Can't Breathe. And they made a big deal of it. We'll get into that right now. Well, actually, before we get into that, get into this. KetoWithCW.com. I have lost some weight since I took that a week ago. So I can fit into my clothes now, and it's good from the lockdown. Keto it works wonders. Yeah, it does. It detoxes you. It boosts your metabolism, elevating energy, enhancing mental focus. Yes, it does. It is amazing. And it's got that caprylic acid that gets rid of the fungus that holds onto your fat. It's just amazing. And it's just really great diet. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's go to this so we can get into this. This is crazy. This is the crazy one. She's wearing a shirt. Her name was Sheila, whatever her name is. Here we go. And of course, MSNBC's turning it. She's in a zone that you can't be, and she won't leave. She's wearing a Black Lives I Can't Breathe shirt.
I guess he's not able to hear me, although I think I saw the back of Morgan's head taking a photo there. Maybe he's trying to speak with her. Take a listen, guys.
They're asking her to leave. She won't leave. She's in a restricted area and she won't leave. That's why she got arrested. Not because she's wearing a t-shirt that says I can't breathe. She's in a restricted area and she won't leave. She's a protester. She's an expert. She's done this before. Watch how she makes them drag her, so it looks really bad.
Hey Morgan, I understand that you're not hooked up with us. Tell me what just transpired. Has he said that he's going to have to put cuffs on her? What did we just miss there? I was trying to explain as I listened.
Yeah, Alex, if you can hear me right now, we are just a few feet away from this.
She won't leave. Watch.
That's what we're trying to figure out right
Watch.
now, Alex.
See, she's got to create a show. Drama.
The police officer has instructed this woman that if she won't comply, they will remove her for trespassing.
Watch.
What they're doing right now.
Perfect camera angle to watch it as they drag her.
We're right
Watch.
behind Tulsa police here. We're just going to keep moving along with them. This woman told police just minutes
Watch.
ago, Alex, that she
Dragging.
had a ticket.
Yeah, so how's that
And the officer
trespassing?
said just because you have a ticket.
You have a restricted area that no one's on.
Yes, ma'am, you're arrested.
Yes.
And they're placing,
She's creating a
it
scene.
appears they're placing her under arrest right now, Alex.
I've done nothing. I have tickets to review.
You know, they're trying to listen to what she's saying. Bear with me.
I have tickets for this one.
So, hey, Morgan, let me check where she was sitting. Was she in any way impeding access to the event? No, they hurt.
Alex,
Yeah!
it did not appear that she was impeding access. She was wearing an
Creating a
eye-candy
scene.
shirt. We know she was
She wanted to be on
pulled from the
camera.
crowd as they began to
Paid
enter this
protester.
venue. We're going to keep walking down the sidewalk here, away from the main entrance point. We have several Tulsa police officers. We know that handcuffs have been placed on the woman right now. I'm just behind them. And they asked her beforehand, ma'am, we don't want to take you out by force. However, if you don't comply with us, we're going to have to remove you from this setting right now. And so, ma'am, if you can hear me, can you tell me what officers told you that you did wrong?
I was trespassing
It's pressing.
and breaking the law. I've never arrested. I've never been arrested before in my life.
Wow, I
So
doubt
they told
that.
you that you were trespassing and breaking the
Yeah,
law.
and I have a ticket.
What did you come here today to do, ma'am? You had a ticket, right?
Yes. Yes.
And what's were you coming here to protest the president's arrival, or were you coming to attend the rally? Tell me why.
Oh my God.
Stay with me, Alex. We're just walking with Tulsa police officers right now.
Are you from an organized group? No. So why did you come today?
It's her 9 cent worth my
Because of this. Friends, because of this.
Your shirt?
What's happening?
Hey guys, we can swing back around.
I can't read. No, they're arresting me for this.
No, they're not arresting you for I can't breathe.
So,
Sure.
Alex, I don't know if you can hear, but the woman just said that they're saying she was trespassing because she had an I can't breathe shirt on.
No.
She said that was the main reason that she came out here today.
To
We're walking
protest.
around the barrier here. Stay with me here. We're now about 2.5 blocks away from the main entrance. And here's the Tulsa police is loading her into a cruiser here.
My name is Sheila Buck.
Sheila Buck.
Sheila, where do you live?
Oklahoma, live here, 420 South Alley.
Sheila, do you live in Tulsa?
Another
Alex,
radical.
Yeah.
She's being loaded in the front seat of a Tulsa cruiser for trespassing here at the president's rally.
Hey, Morgan, let me ask you one more question. I'm just trying to. Oh, yeah, you guys have.
Okay, yeah.
No. Stand by. So it appears we're now behind the barriers. They're loading Miss Buck into this
Okay.
cruiser. You heard her say that she is a Tulsa resident.
Okay, we've seen enough of this crap. Okay, we saw this crap. Yeah, creating a scene. We also have the more lies from this paper. Okay. More lies. U.S. traffic has rebounded to about 90% of pre-pandemic levels, analysts say. U.S. traffic has rebounded to about 90% of pre-pandemic levels in 22 states, some with surging coronavirus cases. People are traveling more than before the outbreak. Yeah, right. Why didn't they say that for 4 weeks during the riots? Why didn't they say a word? Oh, here's a picture of Tulsa. Look at that. Look at how big that crowd is. Take a look at that. Wow. Only our POTUS can do that. No one can get a crowd like that. That is amazing. And they're not paid for. The other ones are from out of town and they're paid for. These are not paid for, okay? All right, let's go to this right now. Okay, this is, okay, here we go. We have this, another article. Watch Portland police tear down autonomous zone in front of mayor's house. Why? They were not thinking that he can't help them, but they put it in front of his house. And why is a white person holding a Black Lives Matter? Where are the black people? They're all white. Here we go. Videos from Portland police showing removing barricades and disbanding a nascent autonomous zone set up by protesters in front of the mayor's home. Yeah. PPV, Portland Police, is declaring a civil disturbance and unlawful assembly at Northwest 11th Street, east to Northwest Park Avenue. If you do not live in dwelling in the area, leave immediately to the west. If you do not leave, you're subject to arrest. And of course, these people are used to arrest. Okay. Yeah. So life goes on. That was because, yeah, that's them dismantling their a new autonomous zone that they're trying to set up. Yeah. See how they are. Or they're closing it off. So they're taking it out. Portland mayor was at the Pearl District this morning after PV cleared the air protesters. Okay, so he made them clear it.
I do not want an autonomous zone set up in Portland.
There you go.
I'm watching what's going on in Seattle, and I'm not impressed. I think it's a distraction from the larger movement, and the movement is justice for Black people. And I'm not in Seattle, obviously, but what I'm hearing coming out of Seattle concerns me. Armed people walking around in the autonomous zone,
yes.
People being asked to show their papers and demonstrate where they're from at the entrance to the autonomous zone, businesses potentially being shaken down,
yeah,
to be allowed to operate within the autonomous zone. So if you're asking if that's something I support, let me be unequivocally clear. I absolutely do not support that. And I do believe it's a distraction from the larger movement, which is to support and uplift Black voices in our community.
Okay, for once I agree with him, for once. But he was affected now because it was right in front of his apartment, okay? That was what was happening. Okay, here we go. This is what I tweeted to MSNBC because they're always, there's a second wave, Coronavirus, and this is from Sun Yat-sen University, okay? This is coronavirus, highly sensitive to high temperature, study says. There you go. The coronavirus may have a temperature sweet spot at which it spreads fastest, a new study has suggested, but the experts say that people should avoid falling into the trap of thinking it will react to seasonal changes in exactly the same way as other pathogens like those that cause the common cold or influenza. A study by a team from Sun Yat-sen University in Guangzhou, the capital of South China, Guangzhou province, sought to determine how the spread of the new coronavirus might be affected by changes in season temperature. Published last month, through yet to be peer-reviewed, the report suggested and had a significant role to play in how the virus behaves. Temperature could significantly change COVID-19 transmission, it said, and there might be a best temperature for viral transmission. Virus is highly sensitive to high temperature, which could prevent it from spreading in warmer countries, while the opposite appeared true in colder climes, the study said. And it even says the temperature, okay? And it says, analysis indicated that the case numbers rose in line with average temperatures up to the peak at 8.72 degrees Celsius, and then at 47.7 degrees Fahrenheit, and then declined, okay? So it's got to be cold, and it's not. So it's bogus. There's no second wave. It's bogus. It's bogus, okay? That's all I have to say, and that's from the news, so I'm not just making a comment. That's not from the news. Okay, here we go. Now we get to the qmap.pub for our latest drops. Okay, here we go. We have this picture. We have importance of SDNY control jurisdiction, Wiener evidence collection, Clinton Foundation, Epstein evidence collection, Ukraine, focus on now. Watch NYC. So this is talking about the guy that was in charge in prosecuting all these cases. Attorney William Barr, a nomination of J. Clayton to serve as U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. But the other one would not leave, Mr. Berman, okay? The guard is refusing to step down. POTUS refusal to formally nominate. Appointed to post by SDNY Southern District of New York judges. Unusual removal and acting. The stakes are high. They will fight. Super Bowl puppy show. Okay, so this is Berman, I think. This is talking about Berman, the guy that's in charge. It says, statement of U.S. Attorney Jeffrey S. Berman. Is he attached to the other corrupt attorney? Judge, sorry. Amy Berman? On announcement by Attorney General Barr. I learned in a press release from Attorney General tonight that I was stepping down as, oh, this is from Berman, as U.S. State's Attorney. I have not resigned. I have no intention of resigning my position, to which I was appointed by the judges of the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. I will step down when a presidentially appointed nominee is confirmed by the Senate. Until then, our investigations will move forward without delay or interruption. I cherish every day that I work with men and women of this office. Okay, who's working for him? Comey's daughter. And she was in charge of the Epstein case, without fear or favor, and intend to ensure this office important cases continue unimpeded. Okay, so he's really refusing to leave, and he's asked to leave, and someone else is going in. So we have here, we have this. Can Barr fire Berman? Correct. Barr can fire Berman, correct, Anons? The president shall appoint 28 U.S. Code. This guy should know this because he's the guy in charge. He should know this. U.S. Code 541. The president shall appoint by, with the advice and consent of the Senate, a United States attorney for each judicial district. Each United States attorney shall be appointed for a term of 4 years. On expiration of his term, a United States attorney shall continue to perform the duties of his office until his successor is appointed and qualifies. Each United States attorney is subject to removal by the president. Learn the law, you people. You don't make the law as you go along. Okay, and then has a picture. We have the puppy, and it's unleashed. Do anyone understand what is about to be unleashed? Yep, it'd be law and order. Law and order. So that guy is out. Okay, we have links in your drop. External Advisory Board, CIA members during this time. Was Barr a member of the board? What advantages might exist, according to AG Barr, regarding a member of External Advisory Board, CIA? What advantages might exist to Secretary of State, a former director of the CIA? It must be right. It must be according to the law. That would be Barr. Barr, he was in the CIA. And was he a director of the CIA? It must be proven. It's what you don't see. Durham is not the only game in town, Hugh. And here we go. So he won't leave us creating a scene, completely creating a huge scene. I don't want to go, just like, okay, just in A.G. William Barr responds to SDNY attorney Jeffrey Berman. Unfortunately, with your statement of last night, you have chosen public spectacle over public service. I've asked the president to remove you as of today, and he has done so. Bye-bye, Mr. Berman. Okay. Dear Mr. Berman, I was surprised, and oh, this is so small. Now I need to go back to the original. Okay, let's go back to the original. That's bigger. I was quite surprised and disappointed by this press statement you released last night. As we discussed, I wanted the opportunity to choose a distinguished New York lawyer, Jay Clayton, to nominate as United States Attorney. And I was hoping for your cooperation to facilitate a smooth transition. When the Department of Justice advised the public of the President's intent to nominate your successor, I had understood that we were in ongoing discussions concerning the possibility of your remaining in the department or administration in one other senior positions we discussed, including Assistant Attorney General for the Civil Division and Chairman of Securities and Exchange Commission. While we advised the public that you would leave the U.S. Attorney's Office in 2 weeks, I still hope that your departure could be amicable. Unfortunately, with your statement of last night, you have chosen public spectacle over private service because you have declared that you have no intention of resigning. I have asked the president to remove you as of today, and now he's not going to be getting any other jobs either. And he has done so. By operation of law, the Deputy United States Attorney, Aubrey Strauss, will become the acting United States Attorney, and I anticipate that she will serve in that capacity until a permanent successor is in place. That would be Jay Clayton. To the extent that your statement reflects a misunderstanding concerning how you may be displaced, it is all well established that the court-appointed U.S. Attorney is subject to removal by the President. Here we go. Recognizing that the President may at any time remove the judicially appointed U.S. Attorney. See also, and then there's all this other stuff. Indeed, the court's appointment power has been upheld only because the executive retains the authority to supervise and remove the officer. Your statement also wrongly implies that your continued tenure in the office is necessary to ensure that the cases are now pending in the Southern District of New York are handled appropriately. They're really radical there. This is where they arrested Dinesh D'Souza for giving too much in campaign violations, but never arrested Rosie O'Donnell. This is obviously false. I fully expect this office will continue to handle all the cases in the normal course and the pursuit of the department's applicable standards, policies, and guidance. Going forward, if any actions or decisions are taken, that office supervisors conclude are improper interference with the case, that information should be provided immediately to Michael Horowitz, the Department of Justice Inspector General, whom I'm authorizing to review such claim. The Inspector General's monitoring of the situation will provide additional confidence that all cases will continue to be decided on law and facts. Oh my gosh, how can you be the head of that department and, not know the law? I mean, what's up with these people? I mean, now he's not going to get any job. That's how arrogant these people are. They're whacked. They're just whacked. What can I say? It's really horrible. They don't even know the law, and they're an attorney. Okay. Anyway, so have a good weekend. This is my last broadcast for, this weekend. So MAGA, again, if you want to lose weight, try the keto with CW.com. It really works, and it's only been like a week, and I've lost weight. It's like amazing. And I've been eating regularly and actually a lot. So, okay, MAGA, Dominican Rested, God keep us going. Where we go on, we go all.